Welcome to a world where shootings, kidnappings and gang warfare are just part of the job. We're going on the journey to meet the real deal. Law enforcers who put their lives on the line every day, patrolling the most dangerous beats on the planet. So buckle up, because we're about to roll with the world's toughest cops. Jamaica has one of the highest murder rates in the world, with one committed every 9 hours. Rival gangs have turned parts of the Jamaican capital of Kingston into hostile war zones. And caught in the middle, trying to stop Kingston descending into all-out civil war, is the police.
There's some shooting up in the Kansas Spring area. One man has been shot and killed, and a police was also shot and injured.
A 13 Kingston means basically a man's gonna kill him.
Listen to me, I am talking to you. Listen to me, listen to me.
You have to be the teacher, you have to be the doctor, you have to be the social worker.
You have gun?
It takes good heart, strong will to really continue doing the job.
The shooting, death of a detective sergeant. Yesterday's fatal shooting of an 11-month-old boy
ended the life of yet another lawman.
He was shot and killed by a gunman. The murder.
The child was shot in the mouth.
A family is saddened by a double murder.
With a population of just 650,000, Kingston is considered to be one of the murder capitals of the world. The Jamaica Constabulary Force has 7,000 officers in the Caribbean capital. And on the front line of this ongoing violence is 33-year-old patrol officer Corporal Byron Lewis.
This is an M16, and this is a magazine. All right.
Stationed in Kingston's notorious east side, Lewis and the mobile patrol unit are preparing for the 14-hour night shift.
Hopefully, we'll have a peaceful night. Don't want to come out with any injuries. Self-preservation is first. So basically, that's it, and we head out.
Well, I'm a gangster for life. Take your life, take your wife, and everything else. Gangster for life.
Being a cop in Jamaica is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Of the 1,500 gun-related killings committed last year, 19 of them were cops, shot down and killed in the line of duty.
For one, they know that it's a risky job. However, you're out there to save lives.
90% of the time, the situation looks and feels hopeless, but we have to try.
With a basic annual salary of just £2,500, money isn't a motivation.
I'm going to ask the question, if your job is so difficult, why not quit it? But guess what? If you are destined and each and every day you go out there and you have touched someone else's life, you will be overwhelmed to know that, yes, at least I have touched someone and someone has changed.
It is the only thing that keeps us going mentally and physically, because we have no other motivation. We're not motivated by the people, we're not motivated by our superiors.
And we're not motivated by the salary.
We're not motivated by the salary. So it's just the mere fact that, yes, God is here with us and we are doing a good job.
"3 hours into the patrol, the dark side of Kingston comes to life.
Noted. Rockford released from East Upstream. Shots been fired at Rockford. So we are running this one.
There are an estimated 32,500 gang members in Kingston, so the cops are outnumbered by more than 4 to 1. Rockford is one of the city's toughest gang enclaves. 2 patrol cops going in on their own could be suicide. They need to call in backup.
This is the other team.
Police control of GCME3.
Why'd you go with no lights, guys?
You don't want them to see you. So what you do, you try to go as close as possible without being detected.
This is a no-go area, even for the cops.
Alpha GCME3 from Portugal.
And there are gunmen on the loose.
MIT base eastern of Fund. Your response from control what's happening.
Suddenly, Lewis and his unit spot a suspicious vehicle.
Live in this area, sir?
No.
Where you come from?
But I go to the church up the road there.
Oh. What?
I
What
go
church?
to the church that you just passed. We were having a meeting.
Okay.
We were holed up in the church for a long time because of the shots.
Real?
Okay.
Which section they were coming from?
All around us.
All around here?
So what's going on? What, did
Alright.
you just pull that guy over?
Yeah, well, because we want to know if it was the guys that were firing the shot was trying to get out of the community.
They head deeper into gang territory in pursuit of the shooters. It's every cop's worst nightmare. They have no idea what might be around the next corner. Concerned that they might be facing some serious firepower, Lewis calls in the Jamaican army for extra support. They think they have a fix on the gunman's location. Lewis and his team are sitting ducks in the heart of gangland. He has a big decision to make. Does he go in and try to apprehend the gunman? This could result in a major firefight and put the lives of himself and his unit at risk.
With that, we can tell what is to expect and how we can confront it.
This is the everyday reality of being a cop in Kingston. Making decisions that could mean the difference between life and death. Lewis decides the situation is too risky and pulls the units out. This time the gunmen have got away.
There's a thin line between a fool and bravery. It's a thin line. And a lot of people cannot distinguish which is which. So if shot is raining down there and you want to walk out in it, it's, I wouldn't say it's bravery. Stupidity. That's stupidity.
The Jamaican capital of Kingston is a breeding ground for violent crime. So for the cops, each day at work is literally a matter of life or death.
The epidemic of drugs and guns in Jamaica has made Kingston one of the toughest cities in the world to police.
It's my son! Right. Oh my God! God, I was solving the problem! God, give me strength!
The island's location is just 445 miles north of the Colombian coast. South American drug cartels use it to transit their product onto Europe and North America. According to the UN, 10 tons of cocaine comes through Jamaica a year. Charged with the task of preventing drugs from entering Jamaica is Kingston's Marine Patrol. Sergeant Everton Reynolds and his crew have to patrol the Caribbean Sea that surrounds the island. And these waters can be as dangerous as some of Kingston's toughest neighbourhoods.
Of course, if we have to use force, we'll use as much force as is necessary.
Drug smugglers, willing to kill anyone who gets in their way, often pass through these waters trying to get their product onto the island.
Sometimes we are warned that these people, that if intercepted, are heavily armed. So we carry M16 rifles and the sidearms like the Glock pistol. If we should encounter these guys out there, then it's either we protect ourselves or they get the better of us.
Jamaica's fishing industry means that hundreds of small boats sail in these waters, some of which are used to smuggle illegal goods onto the island. With only 12 high-powered boats in the entire unit and over 146 miles of coastline to protect, the odds are stacked against the cops.
We have a target. We are going to intercept that small fishing boat. Come alongside, Chief. Come alongside. We are going to see what he has on board. You have any firearm? No. Right? No. This is one of the challenges that we face out here. It's difficult to search under these nets. One never know what you're going to come upon. You have fish on board? Let me see it. You have gun? What's in the bag there? Don't do anything. What is in your pocket? Tell me what's in your pocket. Oh, take it out, let me see it. All right, cool, easy.
But as well as spot checking the local fishermen, Reynolds always keeps his eye on the bigger catch. Despite the fact that in 2 years the police seized 260 kilos of cocaine, the smugglers avoid detection by using the mangroves on Jamaica's shoreline.
Yeah, this is part of the mangrove that we have found vessels, right, hidden under the mangroves, yeah, laden with drugs. The mangroves form a canopy. It's difficult to be seen if you're just sailing past or if you even use like a helicopter. It's difficult. The drug runners can always be there, and you stand up here and look down there, you don't see them. They're always trying to stay one step ahead of us, and we are always trying to stay one step ahead of them. It's an ongoing, it's a tug of war, you know, between them and us.
It's not just drugs that find a way onto the island. Every year, hundreds of illegal guns make their way to Jamaica. These are used in the frequent shootings that occur across the country. In 2007, the police seized 630 guns, but it's impossible to stop them all. Back on the streets, Patrol Cop Corporal Lewis is facing the grim reality of the weapons which find their way into the hands of the criminals.
There is a murder up by Rallington Town.
Rawlington Town is one of Kingston's most notorious neighbourhoods. Here, as in the rest of the country, death is nothing unusual. In 2007, only 6 days of the year passed where no Jamaican was reported murdered. Lewis's unit have been called in to help process the crime scene.
A man came up and shoot somebody who lives over here. And he succumbed to the injuries at the hospital. Typical what happened in Jamaica, in the corporate area of Kingston.
So the guy that was shot is dead?
Yes, he is dead. One shot to the head and he's dead at the hospital. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. When you look at the type of armor that these guys have, and you have few in numbers and they have real powerful weapons, you have to wonder and think back, where does these weapons come from? How does these weapons reach into the hands of a teenager? Oh,
you can't afford to buy food. Barefooted, without shirt, in some torn clothes. At the same time, they have rifles valued $300,000.
Exactly. So how does a weapon like that magnitude reach into the hands of criminals?
Gang crime in Kingston has a long and violent history, dating back more than 40 years.
Violence is no stranger to the streets of Kingston. In 1962, Jamaica gained independence from Great Britain, and 2 political parties vied for control of the island. Gangs were formed with allegiances to these parties, and down the years, election time sees mass violence spill onto the streets. More than 40 years later, they are still at war. And the sorry testament to this is that Kingston is one of the world's deadliest cities. In this dangerous city, when the public are in trouble, they call in the police. But when the police are in trouble, they call in the flying squad, the JCF's elite unit.
Flying Squad 1, Captain S.C. Ford.
Heading up the squad is Superintendent Cornwall Bigger Ford, a tough, no-nonsense cop who's been fighting crime on the streets of Kingston for over 30 years.
What is actually happening there? Some shooting up in the Kingston Spring area. One man has been shot and killed, another person injured, and a police was also shot and injured. The flying squad team, we are going up there to give our assistance right now. As you see, it's quite dangerous, you know. Very, very dangerous on earth. Take the right turn.
With the shootout still taking place and the cops still under fire, they are racing to get over to the other side of town in the middle of rush hour traffic.
My team, the men are in armored gear. We are using the M16 rifles and stuff. So, you know, we go prepared. you know, when an officer is down, it's almost like I am down also. Control Flying Squad 1. All right, we are in the Cassava Peace area. This is the area where there's an ongoing gang warfare.
Being such a well-known cop in Kingston, Ford's presence at the crime scene provokes a reaction from the local community.
What really are going on? How would that dead down there, sir? A outer man. There's so much outer man about the place.
Place mash up. Only him can cool it, only him can bring it back. He big up for the hero everywhere him go. Him know if deal with the citizens the right way. Him know everybody, him know the right and the wrong.
Ford needs to find out exactly what has happened.
Well, what we're seeing here now, it's a police fatal shooting. Information coming to me is that there was a shooting on Manningsville Road earlier where a man was shot and killed. The police were in pursuit of some people, and during the shootout, this man was shot and killed. The police was also shot and killed. But what is actually happening, there's an ongoing feud between two sets of gangs in the area.
It's not even 9 a.m. and 4 dead bodies, 1 a cop, are already on their way to the morgue. For the cops in Kingston, mornings like this are all too common, making it one of the toughest beats in the world.
In Jamaica, the police are fighting a deadly crime wave, with 4 murders happening every day. In the capital city of Kingston, for the cops, it's kill or be killed.
For Superintendent Cornwall Bigger Ford, head of the flying squad, his working week is only an hour old, and he has already got 4 murders, 1 a fellow cop to deal with.
Bit hot. Lot of problems.
More than any other cop in Kingston, Ford has the ear of the community, so he begins to question the locals about the morning shootings to try to find out what happened.
Hey, Willow! You know, police dead. You know, had a man dead last night, man dead today again.
What go on in the area? One, him dead, you know. Him them say kill the police, you know.
Yeah, man, the policeman dead. As you see, there's a lot of concerned citizens because they need the violence to be stopped, to be curtailed immediately. Everything all right? I said, I'm shoot up your area.
I need to speak to you.
No? No, go over the plaza. But how are the boy that mash up the place? We are dealing with it. I mean, me personally, I deal with it. All right? All right, so you have my number, call me, yeah?
She knows something about the shooting?
Yes, it appeared that way. 778-4522. 778-4522. You see, I've been giving my number all day. You see, people will take the number and call you. Yeah, man, I'm dead, man. Bad news always travel fast, especially in Jamaica.
See, it get worse till police come dead now. How we are going to manage? We don't know how we are going to manage.
Well, the citizen, the police, and everybody have to get together and tap it. You have to be the teacher, you have to be the doctor, you have to be the social worker. You have to do all things.
Ford has tracked down the location where the shootout began.
Side lead bullet. These are some spent shell that were earlier fired in a case of a murder. and injure another man. What actually happened, the police came here to investigate, got some information, and went after the men who it's alleged did the shooting. And then you had a confrontation around on the gully bank.
Mr. Ford, I noticed a lot of the other cops on the scene are wearing body armour and protection. How come you're not?
I am a believer, and it's by faith that's why I'm here.
Being a cop in Kingston for over 30 years, Ford's life has been on the line more times than he would care to remember.
I've been shot twice. Lot of incident. The latest one that comes to memories, I came out of a store on Red Hills Road. I heard some shots and saw two men running towards me with guns in hand. And they fired at me. And I took them on and both of them were shot and killed. The guns were recovered and also the cash that they had robbed was recovered. So, you know, you can get lucky sometimes.
How do your family feel about it?
Well, my family has grown with it. All they do is just pray and hope that I'm safe. My wife is a Christian, and she does believe. And I think it's her grace and her prayers and her belief that is probably keeping me.
With murder an everyday thing, the sheer volume of death can seem unmanageable for the cops, with an endless line of faceless victims.
Jamaica sees up to 4 murders every single day. And with the violence in some of the neighbourhoods spiralling out of control, Sergeant Tommy Lee Chambers is charged with trying to keep the peace by maintaining a presence in these volatile areas.
It is not unusual for us to be going around and picking up dead bodies.
But with outbreaks of violence being unpredictable, Sergeant Chambers is always putting herself in the firing line.
Whenever I come here, then I ask the question, am I going to get to go back home to see my daughter or to see the rest of my family? But you see, when you know your community and you communicate with these people, so you can know when to come and when not to come.
A recent round of violence has claimed the life of an innocent girl. Chambers has been called in to try and keep the peace.
We are going to the Burger Gully community to visit the parents of little Coley. She was shot a couple of months ago in the community, but she had succumbed last night at the hospital. So we are going in to have a talk with her family. It was just a drive-by shooting that occurred. We don't know the reason behind it, but it was just a drive-by shooting. She was just standing at the wrong place at the wrong time.
In 2006, 65 children were killed in Jamaica, many of whom were innocent victims of gangland warfare. Jamaica has a culture of reprisal killings, where one shooting often leads to another. Chambers' task is to ensure that the thoughts of the grieving family don't turn into violence.
Miss Anthea! Miss Anthea!
Thursday's our birthday and we did not keep something for her up there. She did.
With talk of revenge in the air, tensions are running high.
Listen to me, I am talking to you. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. If they kill that man, and that man dead and gone, so how you would feel I still wouldn't feel comfortable. No, I still wouldn't feel comfortable within myself. But Daddy, I wouldn't feel comfortable. Daddy, I wouldn't feel comfortable within myself if I just say, oh, no, go and go kill him. I would like to sit him down and to say to him, what is the reason why you kill him? Do not encourage Althea in that way. Fatty, come here. No encourage Althea in that way. You have to make Althea be strong. We know some agree, but listen to me. You can't encourage her that way.
Chambers and her colleagues face an uphill battle to stop the violence. In 2007 in Jamaica, there were 82 double murders, 10 triple murders, and 5 quadruple murders. Far from an island paradise, Kingston is one of the most violent cities on the planet. Something Detective Patrick Crosby of the Murder Investigation Unit is all too familiar with. His shift is not a question of when he'll be called to a murder scene, but how many times.
You'll be here and sometimes you go through a 10-day period with maybe 1 or 2 murders. You know what I mean? And another time you'll have, as we see here, 9, 10 murders. You know? So it all depends on what happens out there. We can't determine that. Going to crime scenes for me over my 21 years service in this work has not getting any easier on the mind. It may got easier on the eyes because I've gotten used to seeing it so much that it may be easier on the eyes, but mentally it's not good. It keeps going around in my head, why do this continues to happen?
1 hour into the shift, a call comes through from Central Dispatch.
It's a homicide we have out in the Kingston 2 area. We understand it's a gun-related murder.
With his team of forensic experts, Crosby heads to the crime scene. But the area is still not secured. The first patrol unit to arrive were fired on by the killers.
We were trying to process the scene. We were fired on from across there.
You were fired on?
Yeah.
Did you have to return fire?
No, we had to take over.
It's a part of the Mountain View Avenue, which usually gives problems.
Hearing that his fellow officers have been under fire, Corporal Lewis from the Mobile Patrol Unit has rushed to the murder scene to give backup. Along with the rest of his unit, they are now hunting the gunman down. Meanwhile, Detective Crosby starts to examine the body. Just like him, the locals have seen it all before.
We're here, the very volatile here of Kingston. If you should look around, you'll see how much army personnel we have here in this location. It's like this. These guys are not firing any small caliber weapons. They are firing high-powered weapons, so they can stay at a far distance to fire on you. You know, so it's very, very difficult when you have to attend to crime scene here or respond to any shootings. Very difficult, you know. But it takes good heart, strong will to really continue doing the job.
While the crime scene is being processed, the search continues for the killers.
Someone else got shot, so we are just making a check in this vicinity to see if we see anyone.
As a crowd gathers at the crime scene, someone recognises the lifeless body laying in the street.
Is him? Hmm? What relation is he to you?
My father.
Your father? And you're what relation to him?
He's my auntie.
Okay. All right, just come this way. We soon make you get to look at him. All right, maybe you can't talk to me here now. Come here. What's his name?
On the other side of the neighbourhood, the killers have escaped and Lewis's hunt comes to an end.
How come you're the only one here not wearing a vest?
No, you know, I came at work and I have to just rush out when I heard that the guys were under fire.
So you're putting your own safety at stake to help your colleagues out?
It's one cause. So we're like musketeers, you know, we fight together.
You lost a lot of colleagues in this kind of war?
We lost a close colleague of mine. Just 2 weeks ago, he took a taxi and they were robbing the taxi, and somehow they recognized and realized that he was a police officer, and they held him up and shot him twice and dumped his body on the roadway. So you know, it's really hard to know that you and somebody was like this close and you have lost them to some violent attacks. So you know, that's just basically it.
So he was killed because he was a cop?
Definitely.
And how that make you feel? That he was...
Very bad, honestly. It make you feel very bad. It's a bit discouraging. But guess what? If everyone should drop their arms and say, well, they will not, as a result of what is happening, we would not have a force to fight anything, and crime would go on a rampage. You understand? Somebody have to do it. You understand? So that's just basically it.
Back at the crime scene, and after questioning a number of people, Crosby has gained some important facts about the killing.
We have gathered so far that it could be some reprisal killing. A killing that went on maybe about 2 months ago from a man from the neighboring community. And we are understanding that it could be a link. It could be a reprisal for that murder. You see, this reprisal killing in these communities is a tit for tat. Man kill one, another one kill back another one, they kill two, you kill two, or the killing goes on. You know, where it ends, we don't know. People do tend to believe or take life as it is cheap, which me and you know that it's not, but they tend to treat people's lives like it is cheap.
Oh, shall I go home?
Right back to normal. As far as the pedestrians, the civilians are concerned, it's just back to normal. It's like life is going on. It's just another part of it. Another man has died. Oh, it happened yesterday and the day before. You know what I mean? It's just another part of life. You have become so used to seeing these things, it's like nothing no more. You know? Just like that.
We're on one of the toughest beats in the world, Kingston, Jamaica, where violent crime and murder are part of everyday life.
This is one of the world's toughest beats. Every day for the police is a battle against the war on crime. A war that shows little sign of ending. It's Friday night in downtown Kingston, and Detective Patrick Crosby is already knee-deep in the first murder investigation of the night.
The first 24 hours to any crime, whether it be homicide or shootings, is most important. If you should catch a relative or a close friend of any victim, within the first 24 hours, when they're in their state of distress, distraught, and because maybe the anger that is built up inside them, they will tell you things. But if you should allow that 24 hours to escape, and they should speak to other people who sometimes influences them not to speak to the police, then all of that is gone. What relation is he to you? You don't know if he had any fuss with anyone in the fight. I just want to know if she's safe because we saw her on the scene of the death of her dad. You heard that that fella was killed about a month or so ago. You never heard of him being involved in any criminality, in a gun. Your niece's father. What's the name of that person? I'm hearing that it could be some reprisal for that killing. You wouldn't know who wanted to harm him. So for a policeman to be here, and each time I go on the street, I am seeing dead bodies on the road, or a dead body on the road, it saddens me. If you should check the motive for these crimes, sometimes it's not really anything. Sometimes it's just a fuss over the simplest of things, cause a man to take a man's life. And that saddens me even more.
As Crosby's shift continues, Lewis's is coming to an end. It's 8 a.m. and he and his unit have just finished a 14-hour patrol. And thankfully, they're all still in one piece.
Wasn't that hectic though? Like something.
Being a cop in Kingston is a dangerous occupation.
Seriously.
Coming back with all 30 rounds, Lewis hasn't had to use any of his ammunition. It's been a good night.
Letting the family know that you're finished the shift safely.
Oh, well, I've done that already. Make calls already.
Are you happy with the way the shift went last night?
Very much. But only the one incident where somebody was murdered, that kind of threw it off for us. We would like to have a night where no crime is committed, no one gets killed, and everyone is okay. The educated man will tell us that crime is healthy. Because if it wasn't for crime, we wouldn't have a job and stuff like that. So crime is healthy. And there's no country, I think, of zero crime. None whatsoever.